Hey Blazers, do you have an iPhone or Apple product? Then subscribe to us on iTunes. iTunes is the best way to organize and enjoy the music, movies, and TV shows you already have and shop for the ones you want to get. So instead of being angry, stuck in a traffic jam, or lacking motivation at the gym, spice up your routine with Blaze Entertainment. Go to iTunes or visit intotheblaze.com for a direct link and subscribe today.
You're locked in to the hottest station on the
planet. Hey, Blazers, it is I, Hope Disguised, coming at you guys with another After the Blaze podcast, and my awesome partner in crime, Mr. 50 Shades of Gay. How are you doing, lovely?
I am higher than Lavelle Crawford's blood pressure, bitch.
No!
Yes. Yes.
No!
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, no! Okay, so, in case you guys did not know, 50 and the rest of the crew engages in the weeds of America. Okay. Hope still does not engage in the weeds in the marriage of the Juanas, okay?
You will not get on.
I will have a sip, but I will not. I'm not a smoke. I will sip a sip, but I'm not gonna smoke a smoke. And they keep trying to be a bad influence on me.
Oh, nobody's influencing you, darling. This is not an influence.
Look here. Anyway, next. So, I have to, first of all, before I get into the bullshit, I want to talk about why Malia Obama got a stalker. Like, why she got a whole stalker in these streets.
How
did you think? Okay.
And I looked up what is his name? Zaire Nielsen Cardoso, or whatever his name is. I can't remember this shit. But I looked up a picture of him, and I was like, if I were Malia, I wouldn't want you to stalk me either. He's not the type that, that motherfucker can get away with stalking you.
Right. Like, first of all, what made you think you were going to get away with stalking the ex-president's daughter?
Right.
Why did you think that was okay? But, I completely agree with Free. Because when she said it, I died. She was just like, wait, what the fuck? I can't remember her exact phrasing, but she was like, I can't remember. I gotta go back to the episode, but it was hilarious. Like, Free just went straight up like mama on his ass. Like, not my child. Not my children.
Right.
Like, you don't get to stalk. Like, what makes him think that it was okay to stalk? Like, in my mind, I'm trying to compute the idea of fuckery and the immense amounts of fuckery in which he had to own to get the balls to stalk the ex-president's daughter. Like, I'm through. But now I have to blast off into the bullshit. I think I just heard like a white noise of homophobia in the air once again this week. And Lavelle Crawford, fat ass, sloppy, nasty. I can't breathe without a breathalyzer 2 feet away from me. Nasty ass motherfucker decided that he wanted to give his 15 cents over $1 that was not motherfucking requested, asked for, nor, you know what, 15? I'm going to let you speak, but before I let you speak, I got to tell you. Why the fuck do straight people who don't like gay people gotta say shit about like not liking gay people? Like the last time I motherfucking checked, if you don't like something, you don't waste your breath on it. And I just feel like he don't have enough breath to waste in the first place. So he needs to be trying to conserve and hold on to every piece of energy and or breath that he has left before the immense heart attack that he'll suffer in about 2 months. And I just look here. People. And this is a personal message, Lavelle. Just in case one of your people watches this or listens to this podcast. Mind your motherfucking business. Okay, nobody's bothering you from the LGBT community. Trust and believe, because you are way past bear status, so ain't nobody checking for you. And I, I just feel as though people like you who feel the need to always comment and give your 2 cents where it was not asked for or deemed necessary, you're the ones that have things to hide, boo boo, and you got a lot
Right.
more to hide than them roles that you carry every day. So just please stay in your lane. Mind your business, and we won't have no problems, homie. We won't have no problems. So, yeah, go ahead, 50. Go ahead.
I, I can't, I just judging him, looking at him and what, he sits over there looking like. I don't have anything else to say. Like, you took all of the words clean out of my mouth. So, off of Lavelle Crawford.
Right. Next, bitch. Next. Like, I just fucking can't. So, okay. I want to jump into one of the listen letters, okay? I have to.
Oh.
First of all, I love this lady because her name that she submitted for her listen letter was Angry Woke Woman, okay, bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's number one. I love her name, Angry Woke Woman. And then she put I don't care from Compton, California, okay? And she from Compton, like the East Compton Clovers, and Bring It On is my movie. So I'm all about that. Go Clovers, go Clovers, go. Okay, but anyway, she says, and I quote, I just got finished listening to the After the Blaze recap of the 420 episode. I personally enjoy the new format of both shows. Yes, bitch, yes. I like the new host, but, yes, there is a but. I had a problem with what Hope and 50 said about the Shea Moisture about Shea Moisture. I have been a long-time consumer of Shea Moisture products for a while until they started changing their formula. Shea Moisture was created specifically for women of color with coarse or curly hair types. And Hope comparing what Shea Moisture did to weave and new sew-ins is just crazy to me. White women have everything, and she put that in all caps, bitch. White women have everything. I'm going to repeat it one more time because obviously she meant for us to read that and really get that through our heads. White women have everything, okay? Everything. They don't need to be marketed to. They don't know our struggle and don't know what we have to do just to keep our hair manageable. A big part of the struggle is the fact that majority of their hair products are marketed to white women. And just so that we are clear, 100%, please know that I have an associate's degree in business administration and a BA in marketing. So don't come at me like I don't know shit. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. Okay. And then her last sentiment before she goes says, and to add insult onto injury, they started talking about wokeness. What the fuck are you talking about? We just like to argue? Y'all wrong for that.
Okay. Oh, that's funny.
Right. Okay.
She fucking tried it.
She tried.
Ooh, I don't know if I just to be real disrespectful.
Right. Girl, you fucking tried it. Okay, look. On a professional note, for real. Because I know
Professional.
No, look here, 50. I just 50. I just did a fucking video today about being the bigger person. If you didn't see it, go watch it on Facebook, bitch. But we're gonna be the bigger person here, okay? Because she was very mature in the way that she
promise I'll do that.
I know you're not gonna promise nothing, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start this thing, okay? I'm gonna kick the ball into the end zone. Now, what you do with it when I miss the goal is your business. So basically, because I know you're gonna listen to this, because I know you're warranting a response with the way that you wrote that letter, and I understand where you might have been coming from. But what I want you to also understand is that, and my thing is, and okay, so let me put this out here into the air. Because just because people have respect for transgender women don't mean that they see us as women. And this letter reads to me like, bitch, you still a boy, and so you don't know our struggle, even though you a trans girl, blah, 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 blah. I feel like she's one of those girls that, like, if we ever got into an argument, she'll be like, but you still a man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's one of those girls. And I get that. I understand that. I'm not trying to take anything away from the struggle or whatnot. But this is, I do want to just simply say this. Your degrees have nothing to do with the amount of input that you can or cannot have on a topic at all. But what we were saying simply was our opinions. Those are our opinions. They're not facts. We didn't come and say Jesus came down and struck us with this information and everybody must believe it. Those were just two public opinions that me and 50 came up with. We just so happen to agree. Now, if you've been listening and you like the format, then you know that me and 50 have disagreed. You know that me and the entire cast have disagreed on certain things as it pertains to certain issues. But as it pertains to the idea of white women being marketed to and white women having everything, I think that what people fail to realize is that white women or white people don't always have everything, but it's been kind of like, in my opinion, it's been kind of like the social norm to just slap a white face on it to make people comfortable. Like, even in certain spaces, us as black people, like, what I've noticed is that sometimes, like, up until recently, when black women were doing the hair thing, like when hair first came out, we would, instead of putting black girls on our hair thing to promote our hair, we would put little white bitches on there to make it seem more inviting and to get a more open audience. And it's just because, like, people see black faces and they turn away from us. And they don't want to give us money because they assume that it's ghetto or whatever the case may be, blah, 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 blah. That's bullshit, and we all know that. But sometimes I think we have even fallen into that and played into that. Once again, my opinion, it's not true. Don't get butthurt about it and take your degree and whack me in the head with it. Like, I got one too. We can go degree for degree, but it's just, I think that what you have to understand and realize is that people come from different realities. Some people take things more seriously than other people, and I understand your point, sweetheart, but, like, you really went left. You tried it, and I need you to dial it down, like, 3 more notches, because it really wasn't that serious. It's Shea Moisture, for God's sake. It wasn't like she attacked the NAACP and, like, came for all, or I mean, the company attacked the NAACP and attacked all black people and all things blackness and, you know, black women as a whole. They made a different fucking commercial and they geared it towards everybody and they gave love to everybody. Black people, especially, like, in certain circumstances, black women, I feel like if anybody else gets a tad bit of shine while you getting your hair done, before your hair weave is finished and the last finishing touches of oil sheen go on that bitch, y'all throw a motherfucking tantrum. Like, it's just like, it's ridiculous that nobody else can step in the limelight as long as we as black women are having some time. And that shit is just, that to me is the thing that kind of kills everything. Like, that's the thing that bothers me. Like, I really hate that Shea Moisture had to pull a commercial that they probably paid millions of dollars for, because black women all across the USA was pissed off because a white bitch was like, I love my hair too. I mean, we all know that they got issues. Their hair greasy as fuck. It gets oily. It gets nasty. If you don't do it right, the shit sticks flat to your head. It smells bad when it gets wet. Like, I mean, they got issues, you know, so they have, I mean, I feel like just as bad as our issues are, they got some of their own issues, and they're entitled to feel proud about that shit too, because some of them bitches look like nasty ass spider people when they ain't got their hair washed. So yeah, it just is what it is. And I think you really, like, I think you took it personally, and me and 50 did not. Well, I'll speak for myself because I don't know if 50's gonna read you or not. But myself, I did not mean for it to be a personal jab at anybody or any part of my community, be it female, trans female, or black trans female, or black cis female. All I was saying was I didn't think it was that fucking bad. It was a fucking commercial. I watched it. I was like, ooh, white bitches swinging their hair around like they always do in the Garnier Fructis commercial, and one black bitch with real motherfucking curly hair. And I got over it. And I moved on. And I watched a Beyonce video and kept it moving. So, you know, that's just my take on this.
I just, should I share feelings or should I?
I mean, you can speak candidly, because whoever she is, like, I'm sure she's listened long enough to know that we don't, you know, and even though I wanted to play, devil's advocate, like, I still want that. I mean, we're still an honest show, and I don't want viewers to be turned off. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But I do want you guys to know that if you send, we will come, you know? And so don't send if you cannot take the come for, because every time is not going to be a time where Hope says be the bigger person. I just didn't think that this was one of those letters that deserved to be like bitch, who you talking to? Like, honestly, she gave her opinion, and I respect her opinion, but I want her to be able to understand that just because people differ with you or people don't agree with the social norm does not mean that we're less educated or that you got to throw up your degrees in our face. Because I mean, me and 50 are both very educated people, and school is not something that we're foreign to. So that kind of like that to me is like, girl, what you trying to say? Like, degrees don't live over here because they do. But
Hello.
but I mean, it just is what it is. I think the statements were taken personally by this young lady or this young man or whatever, whoever. And it just went left in this letter. It was a little passive aggressive. That's the one thing I don't like, passive aggression. Like yeah, like if you're gonna be a bitch, then be a bitch. Just be like, y'all motherfuckers was dead ass wrong for saying what you had to say, and blah 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 blah. But if you're gonna be nice or take the high road, then be nice and take the high road and educate. But you can't play and teeter the fence on it. If I'm gonna come at you, go ahead, 50. I'm sorry.
I was just wondering why. I'm not gonna keep going on a tangent about it. I was just wondering why she had to throw her degrees out there.
Right.
Like, bitch.
Whatever.
I can't give it any more energy. I won't. I was
not
gonna read her senseless, but I'm not gonna do that. They're all feelings.
There's no purpose. So the last question and the last thing that will close out for this evening came from Keon. He's from Denver, Colorado, and he says, I started my own podcast 3 weeks ago. Any advice on how to gain a bigger audience? I'm trying to get to 1,000 by month 2, and I can't seem to get past the first 40 listeners. Am I doing something wrong? How did you get big numbers? So first and foremost, Keon, that would be a question, even though you asked to both shows, that would be a question more so for Kwame and Free, because me and Brandon are just kind of sort of getting into like the numbers and figuring that out. But the only thing that I can say is from my standpoint, if you just want like an opinion from me, me and 50, we both have very big followings as far as Facebook is concerned and like videos. Both of us have quite a few videos that have gone like viral or have like clocked at least 20,000 views. And so I'm not sure about 50, but I know with me, I think that when I speak about things that I'm passionate about and I speak about things that I truly care about, videos move better. People like things that you are authentic about, and people like to see real people talking about real shit that's real to them, and not just somebody sitting in front of a camera or sitting on, a podcast talking about something just because they think that people want to hear it. It doesn't matter if, I get on there and I want to talk about bananas and apples. If I'm passionate about that shit, I notice that my viewers are always like popping. But when I get on there and I'm not really feeling the topic and I'm just covering it because I'm like, well, everybody's talking about it, or everybody wants me to talk about it, or everybody expects me to talk about it, my viewers are less. And that's because people can feel the disingenuine, like vibe behind it. So I just say kind of like stay true to the things that you like. Talk about the things that you are passionate about, and talk about things that you're willing to do your research on. Like that's one of the biggest things that I know that we as a team probably would give you is do your research. And when you do your research on things that you truly, truly love, it's easy to like have passion behind what you're doing, and those numbers and those people will follow you because they will understand and they'll know that like, bitch, he's genuine. Keon loves talking about rats, like whatever it is that you want to talk about, like they'll know that you're genuine about whatever that is. So that's my advice. 50, what do you have to say?
Along with everything that you just said, another piece of advice would be to just be original and be true to you.
Right.
Along with being passionate, talking about things that you are passionate about. And I do agree with Hope that makes a big difference.
Yeah, people know when you're being a fake bitch. They can hear it in your voice. They can like people don't think that like people listen to that stuff, but like if you being disingenuine, people can smell that shit, and they will call it out on your video. Like, bitch, why you just talk like you don't know what you're talking about? Like so. Please don't set yourself up for the okie doke, homie. Do your research and just love what you're talking about. Truly love what you're talking about. Well, I think that me and 50's time is far, far spent. And we love you guys, and we appreciate you guys for actually writing into these listening letters and giving me and 50 a chance to answer some of these fucking questions, bitch.
Right.
And and even to the young lady who disagreed with us and kind of passive aggressively read us, I'm all about stuff like that. I'm all about being challenged. So, bitch, anybody else who got a challenge, bring it the fuck on. Like, bring it on. But just know, if you come too hard, I can't stop 50 from getting in your ass.
She was there tonight.
Right. But, and that's just because 50's a little zooted, that's all. But but any other night,
I'm more than a little zooted bitch.
Any other night, I'm not guaranteed to stay with you. Auntie Hope can't do it every day. But we are going to let you guys go. I love you guys. Don't forget to tune into IntoTheBlaze.com to check out this podcast and any other podcast that we are going to do or have done. Stay tuned to the shows. Keep those people coming. Invite a friend. Listen to it with your mama. Do whatever you got to do to get the Blaze podcast out there. And we will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.